Welcome back on another edition of Hamtainment, and today we'll be doing a spoiler review of The Last of Us Season 1, Episode 1. So if you haven't seen The Last of Us Episode 1, leave now because this will be a spoiler review.
What's your biggest worry?
Yes, any kind of virus, but most probably something similar to influenza.
Because of air travel.
Through the air. Coughing.
I'm sorry, I meant people on planes. That was something you described in your book.
Now this is going to be kind of a weird review because if you have played The Last of Us Part 1 video game from Naughty Dog, then you pretty much know exactly what's going to happen in this TV show. But if by some chance you have not played the game, then this is a brand new experience for you. I, of course, have played The Last of Us Part 1, and honestly, it is exactly like the video game. The first episode of the show is about the first hour or so of the video game. It starts off with Joel and his daughter, basically living before this zombified world. There's a little things that are different here and there. I did like the intro. I believe it was 1968 where they did a whole intro about how fungus can spread across the world, and that is really what we have to worry about. That whole monologue intro interview that they did in the first few 10 minutes of the show, I thought that was awesome. Building up what exactly is the science behind the world of The Last of Us. And then obviously jumps straight into Joel and his daughter's life. He's doing odd jobs like he did in the video game. Little things here and there. You get to see his daughter go to school, kind of feel the weird vibes that's going on in the world before it all collapsed. You get to see their neighborhood just a little bit. That didn't happen in the video game, so that was very pleasant to see. But it was pretty much one-to-one what The Last of Us Part 1 video game was, down to Joel's birthday. He gets a watch from his daughter. The whole thing with his Uncle Tommy. They drive as the whole world is falling apart. People are getting infected. They're rioting. The plane's falling apart. Even that shot where they passed the flaming house was exactly like how it was in the video game. Even the way they shot it was exactly how you went through it in the video game, which I thought was a very nice touch because as we see from some video game adaptation, they can go so far ahead from the video game where it's not even the video game anymore, i.e. Halo. Now, I did enjoy the Halo TV show just because it was different, but I get some people's gripes about how it pretty much wasn't even really Halo. They just had Master Chief in it, and they just called the TV show Halo. But this game is almost shot for shot the same thing as The Last of Us Part 1, which I don't mind because I love that video game. So by default, I love this TV show. The whole thing to see the apocalypse going through, even when that soldier he meets at the beginning, basically has to execute them because they don't know how this disease is spreading, and his daughter dying, both in the game and in the TV show, are just as impactful, very devastating. And then we skip 20 years later to where we meet Joel in the true beginning of The Last of Us Part 1 video game and of the show. And, it's in this post-apocalyptic world. They're living through it. They're doing the same thing, little different character developments here and there, but basically the same story beats verbatim from the game. So again, if you played the game, you pretty much know exactly how this show is going to pan out. Like, honestly, there's no spoilers I can do for you if you play the game. If you haven't played this game, then that's awesome. And hopefully this TV show inspires you to play this game because the game is amazing. And you might probably say, what's the point of playing the game if the TV show is basically the same story? Well, you get the interactive part of it and just to feel the survival part. Plus, the show are doing a little things different here and there where, it's different from the video game, but it's kind of verbatim the same thing. Like if you play the game, you'll be like, okay, yeah, this is pretty much the same story. But to see Ellie, I think the actress who plays Ellie is amazing. I think she nails the presence of Ellie from the video games. Of course, Pedro Pascal is amazing. He's now the daddy of the TV universe. Apparently, he's father of Grogu in The Mandalorian, and now he is Ellie's surrogate father. To see everything pan out in this show, honestly, it just takes me back to playing the game for the first time, and I absolutely love it. The show looks great, by the way. Like, I can't wait to see how the clickers and all the other variants of the zombies are shown in the show. Based on the trailers, they look really good. This show is an HBO Max premium television show. So, I would give this show so far, episode 1, an 8 out of 10. I do it because there's not much major difference in the show from the video game, so I pretty much know what's going to happen, but it's very nice to visit this world again with Joel and Ellie, so I give it an 8 out of 10. You let me know what you give this show in the comments below, and let me know, have you played the video game and does that ruin your experience for you in the show, or do you enjoy revisiting this world? And if you haven't played this video game, let me know what you thought of this show, and will this show inspire you to pick up The Last of Us Part 1 and Part 2? Let me know in the comments below. And again, like and subscribe to Hamtainment. I'm trying to get monetized this year. Let's go to 4,000 subscribers. I know it's a long shot from where I am right now, but I believe we can do it. Please support me. Send all my stuff to your friends, family, anybody you know. Spread the word, subscribe. Help me get monetized on YouTube this year. YouTube are putting up a lot of barriers to try to deter people from getting subscribers and monetization, but we're going to fight that, so please subscribe. But thank you for visiting Hamtainment, and we'll see you guys next time. Peace.